Since Star Wars Episode 9 counts as the final film of the Skywalker saga, both J.J. Abrams and crew, Disney and Lucasfilm plan on doing big things for this movie in order for it to stand out from the previous 8 films. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people have been very curious about when it comes to this movie is, of course, exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to pull it all off on his own by combining all 9 movies into one big movie here. In case you guys were unaware, elements from past Star Wars films will be a part of telling the overall story in Star Wars Episode 9. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. Now, what's really interesting about everything, a lot of people have been talking about the opening crawl in Episode 9. Now, we do know that Disney and Lucasfilm are going to be doing some different things with the opening crawl in Episode 9. They will be doing some different aspects of that. Now, we're not quite sure what that means, if it means that the opening crawl is going to be longer or shorter, different color, different style. Maybe it's not going to end in space. We're not quite sure exactly what that means, but what's really interesting is that it's been said that the first couple of words in the opening crawl is, of course, galaxy and united. Now, this most definitely lines directly up with all the different plot leaks that we have heard about for Episode 9, that this movie is all going to be about the Resistance actually recruiting people from around the galaxy to become one big army in order to take down the First Order. So apparently the first 2 words, a couple of the first words in Star Wars Episode 9's opening title, or opening crawl if you will, is going to be Galaxy and United, and that they will be doing some different things with the opening crawl in Episode 9. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this most definitely sounds like that they are really trying to do big things with this movie, and it does match up with John Boyega's statement a couple of months ago, that this movie really is going to be an all-out war and a war to end all wars. This is indeed the end of the Skywalker saga, and Disney is marketing it like that once they begin doing all the different teasers, the trailers, the TV spots. That will be a part of their marketing, letting all fans know, casual and hardcore, and even new fans alike, letting them know that this is going to be the end of the Skywalker saga movies. So with that being said, guys, the opening crawl, how it includes Galaxy and United apparently in the first sentence of the opening crawl, this really does raise a lot of questions as to how involved the movie will really actually have to deal with when it comes to the Resistance recruiting members around the galaxy. Now, that's my only one big concern about this movie. Yes, we already know that this movie is going to take place 1 year after The Last Jedi, but the thing that I'm honestly worried about is if a good chunk of this movie is going to be about the Resistance actually recruiting members around the galaxy from different planets and different star systems. Now, I think that if they waste too much time doing that, people could very well get bored with the first act of the film. So I think what they should do in a proper thing, alright, for a movie like this, I think that the proper way to do things is to have, yes, we will have that 1 year time jump, in the very beginning of Episode 9, but about midway through, or maybe even during the very end of the first act, it really should jump, let's say, another 2 years, to the point where we do see the Resistance known now as the New Rebellion that goes up against Kylo Ren and his New Order. We do know that Kylo Ren has made some massive improvements to the First Order, and we're not quite sure if it's even going to be called the First Order in Episode 9. We do know that he actually made new AT-ATs, AT-STs, there's a new tier of stormtroopers that are colored red and black apparently, as well as white and black armor. So with that being said, we do know that Kylo Ren has made some big improvements to his army that once belonged to General Hux, and now the Resistance is also building their very own army. So it's really going to be a clash between the First Order and the Resistance in this film on a much larger scale than we have ever seen before, which honestly is something that I think a lot of fans want to see. It's been described that one of the major space battles to come in Episode 9 is really going to mirror that of the opening of Revenge of the Sith. So that's yet another thing to look forward to, is of course the space battles. Now, we didn't get too much of them in the Star Wars sequel trilogy. Now, yes, we've seen them in The Last Jedi, but I feel like that the space battles in The Last Jedi have a lot of flaws. I myself, quite frankly, felt very bored in certain sequences in the bombing run. It was just a very slow-paced space battle, with the bombs just kind of hovering over the dreadnought and just trying to bomb everything up. And the A-Wings, you know, pretty much getting obliterated, and as well as the X-Wings. And I don't know, I think that we just need something so epic where it's like that Revenge of the Sith moment where the movie first opens up and we see this massive battle. That's what we should actually see as a close to the Skywalker saga. Make it epic, make it emotional, make it just something that's going to resonate with the fans around the world. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.